Good afternoon. This is Clark Neighbors with BIS Commodities with the commodity update for the week ending February 18, 2017. This week was a week where a lot of conversation in the marketplace refer to money flows and the amount of open interest increase, especially early in the week, as far as new open interest or money flows in the corn market and the wheat market, and to some extent continuation in the soybean market. For the week, corn was down though approximately 6 cents, back down just below that 370 area on the March futures, which looks like pretty good support. This was also a week where December corn breached $4 for the first time, and actually corn is at its highest levels earlier in the week, going back to last summer. Beans on the other side are down 25 cents in the week after failing to breach some recent highs. In fact, interestingly enough, looking at the new crop beans, November beans, have tried several times here in the last few weeks to go through the 1035 area as far as resistance is concerned, and at this point has failed to do so. Some interesting dynamics in the market. In a February market that's usually fairly quiet, fairly choppy. Keep in mind soybeans right now are still $1.50 plus higher than they were a year ago at this time. Corn's also higher, as producers through the month of February are getting that base price to figure out that level for crop insurance. So volatility going forward looks to have been picking up. Looks like it will pick up, as we've seen here so far in early February. As one of the guys on the floor that we talked to thinks, or it feels like, this market's running like 30 days ahead of what it normally is, or ahead of that normal spring or pre-planting, or add, if you will, some weather volatility going into play. So we'll see. I think more importantly though, fundamentals haven't changed a lot over the last 30 days. Many are just calling this as possibly an inflationary play, as we're starting to see the consumer price index, certain things like that, along with the Fed talking higher interest rates. Some feel that could increase commodities going forward. We'll see. Again, fundamentally not much has changed as far as South America. As we're winding down in some areas as far as the growing season. Mato Grosso is about 50% done with soybean harvest. Also about 50% complete in planting of that second crop, or that safrinha corn crop. Now this is a little ahead of schedule. Early yields out of Brazil have been rather good, very good to some degree. Some are talking production now something north of 105 million metric tons. So still a lot of growing season to go in South America, especially in the southern parts as you get into southern Brazil and Argentina. But at this point in mid to late February, not a lot of concern on the crop at this point. Now keep in mind, a year ago is when the market kind of took off in early March based off some concerns on production decreases at that time in South America. So we're still not quite over the hump, but something to watch. The other thing as far as this corn's concerned is the last couple of years we've seen this corn market back off a little bit in the latter part of February, early part of March, before then bouncing higher. Keep in mind March 31st is the next major USDA report. That is the planting intentions report and also the stocks report. I think planting intentions will get a lot of play, or a lot of press this year, based on the ratio of corn and beans at near record levels for this time of year, with farmers maybe looking to look at less cost as far as their production are concerned. So a lot of folks in the industry talking about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 million more acres of soybeans this year. So that's going to be interesting as we play through the fundamentals going forward. Cattle market a little stronger as far as the week played on. Cash trade 119 to 120, kind of in that seasonal time frame in the cattle market where you're seeing an increase in open interest, which we have seen. The cash market continues to feel solid up to this point. Everything's pretty current, but we'll see going forward if there's much more upward movement in the cattle, and the hogs have also had a good move over the last few months. So keep in mind, all these markets seem to have a little bit of support under them, and we'll see going forward. With that, if you have any questions, feel free to call us here at BIS Commodities. Phone number is 800-373-2525, or catch us on the web at biscommodities.com. Just a reminder, Monday, February 21st is President's Day. There will be no markets that particular day. With that, we wish everyone a very warm weekend, and we will talk to you soon.